Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the channel once again. Welcome to the delayed flight. About this airport, I don't know. If you have a look at flight sim.to, this Itami Osaka International Airport, it is among the top three, top five, let's say, airports at this time. More than 35 something, thousand downloads. About Osaka, let me disagree, okay? It is not about the airport right now, it is about to buy or not to buy the 767-300 that Captain Sim released not long time ago. And the question also is, how can a clip about the 767-300 start with a 777-300? Because this beauty here, I'll tell you a secret, this is one of my favorite planes. This plane I really love. Why my baby has the reverse thrust turned on? Now it is not. And we will compare this plane with the 767-300, the 777-300 actually, this one. And here, okay, a clip about to buy or not to buy 767-300 starts with this one, because this, okay, what to say? This here is Captain Sim at his very best. At his very best. A wonderful plane, a choice between so many beautiful 777-300 planes. And also let us have a look inside the cabin, because the cabin of this plane, the truth is that it is my favorite one. And actually I will not start from the cabin, but from the cockpit. We open the door, isn't it? This wonderful door. We can open and close this door. Please remember this one. And we go to have a look. So far, actually, okay, you can say that only the color of the seats is different, isn't it? But here somehow, okay, all the magazines have changed. Anyhow, let us not insist, because this is not the point right now. And most of all is this part of the cabin, isn't it? This is really something wonderful. Captain Sim at its best. 777-300, so many details. Please be patient, soon we are leaving and we continue. And here also other details. Have a look, please. You see how nice. You can sit wherever you like, and you can enjoy a wonderful flight. Captain Sim, with the contribution of the developers, you can choose also other cabins, for instance, of Aeroflot, of Air France, not of Air India, and so many others there are. A harmonious cooperation of Captain Sim with the developers. We will return back on this. Again the reverse thrust. Ach, this Thai baby, she will never learn. The 777-200 released, the best cabin. This is of the strongest points of the airport, needless to say, and that is why we are wandering around among the other Boeing lovers and Boeing enthusiasts. So here now we have a 767-300. Now we have, actually this livery is the livery that I chose, but unfortunately I cannot fly with. And the plane outside, of course, it is very nice. The plane is wonderful, and I said that was, to my opinion, the best livery of the 767-300, but the question is, does it work? No, it doesn't. So please have a look. see how wonderful. This is the plane that you have to choose if you will buy or not. And since it is so wonderful, yes, of the strongest points of the plane is the instruments. I mean, a little bit old-fashioned, you know. Okay, you know how to read these instruments. So please let us have a look at the cabin of the 767-300. And number one is that we don't have the door anymore. I mean, here we cannot open nothing at all. There is nothing. And this is against Captain Sim, definitely. Now, if we cross the door, better to stay inside, because if we step out of this door, it will be something like this. I mean, this is ridiculous, okay. This is a joke somehow. I found out this while I was during a flight. About Osaka, the developer, of course, had some nice ideas. Among the Boeing enthusiasts and Boeing lovers, we also have a look at this livery, which is not operational. Okay. The door of the plane, I insist on this, you cannot open it as you used to open all the... In the cockpit of Captain Sim's Boeings, okay. They are all Boeings. There are 5 Boeings actually, isn't it? The 2767 now, let's say the 300 and 400, the 2 777-200s, the cargo and the airliner, and also the 777-300. So this makes 5, isn't it? Number 1 is the door of the plane, number 2 is the liveries, and number 3 is that all this issue about the liveries, Captain Sim started all this story. For some reason, what to say, he decided to ask 1-2 euros for downloading the liveries from the official site. There was polemics against the developers and somehow lots of lies, okay, if you have seen the announcements. And he did it. Actually, you know, more than half of the liveries, they are not available. They are, but they just don't work. There is a clip about it, you know, and I show you which one to install if you have this payware. Another reason against Captain Sim, we have already, let's say, a critique about these decisions concerning the cooperation with the developers. We said about the door, and we said also about the non-existing fuselage, isn't it? Now here there is something else to add, because actually you can find finally a few planes, and by the way, among them is Mexicana. You can find a few planes that they work, because Captain Sim gives at the same price actually 2 767-300 Boeings, the PW4 and 6. Now PW, okay, what to say? It will be either PW or RR, isn't it? You know, Rolls-Royce or Pratt and Whitney, isn't it? I hope I don't spell it wrong. Shall I have a look maybe? Yeah, okay. So even if the cockpit would have been operational, there is a problem with one of the 2 planes. This distance is extremely short. I mean, this is not normal. I mean, it is until here. Here actually is the door, okay. So there is a kind of mistake here, I was saying, because if you go, let's say, to captain's seat, see how wonderful at evening, the reflections. Okay, it will be something like this. I mean, I don't think this is not good. Now, okay, you can fix it, let's say, with a mouse. If you, let's say, change. Only with the mouse you can fix this one. Shall I save this camera maybe? I mean, you don't see the taxiway, isn't it? You don't see nothing here. So there is some kind of mistake here. And all these are reasons that this plane is not among the best of Captain Sim. Number one and number two, that Captain Sim decided, what to say, to proceed to a confrontation, actually, isn't this? A confrontation with the Sim community, I mean with the liveries issue. So my answer, I think I explained the reasons why. My answer is that if you are, let's say, a Captain Sim's enthusiast and you have already purchased the other planes, of course, okay, here what to say, I have done also and I bought this payware. But, and this is my answer, if you haven't, this shouldn't be your first choice. Your first choice should be the 777-300 that I showed you in the beginning. The cockpit of the plane is just excellent. And also there are liveries that they are okay. For instance, since we are in Osaka, I chose this one of JAL, isn't it? And we will compare the cabin. So this is the third plane I show you after Qatar and yes, the Thai, the 777-300. Now, yeah, if you compare, then it gets easier and you have someone, let's say, understanding what it's about. The cockpit is wonderful. Actually, it is of the strongest points. If you like instruments and knobs and so on, here you will find paradise. And very beautiful, isn't it? Okay, let us not insist. Okay, so there is a curtain and we go inside. And so, of course, this is much more poor, isn't it? Actually, I was saying in another clip that this is exactly the same as the 767-400. I mean, here there is nothing. There is nothing at all. Let us examine it quickly. The plane, which I suppose it is slightly shorter. I think we can already see the catering service. And this is much more poor, okay. And also I didn't like at all, this I said in another clip, that we have this advertisement, Captain Sim. I was saying, if Captain Sim wants to have charter flights, it is okay. Definitely I would prefer, in this case, to fly with Thai and with the 777-300 and not with Captain Sim Airlines or advertisements. So, this is the comparison between the best moments of Captain Sim with the 777-300 and the cabin of the 767-300, which is inadequate and poor. Let us go now to Osaka and let us finish this. Okay, so let us go now to Osaka Airport. I'm done with the question. If you have bought all the rest, I know that you will buy this one also, as I did. Now, if you haven't, and you are thinking about buying something from Captain Sim's fleet, this shouldn't be your first choice. And your first choice should be the 777-300, which has wonderful liveries, a variety of options you have there to choose. Now, a little bit faster, this airport has only one thing. Okay, let us answer also about the rating of this bespoke airport. Okay, this is nice. I mean, I like the reflections, definitely. Late evening, see, this is really something. This is really something. I love these reflections. Wonderful, peaceful, divine evening. The dying sun from the bespoke Osaka Airport. See, now we follow the sun, actually. Unbelievable. Second cafe is this one, and I chose to join this wonderful company here. It's the only free seat, and may I think no one is against. No one is against. Let us examine a little bit, because as I said, there is nothing else in this airport. Okay, so we leave this one also, and let me find the third one, which is somewhere here. Okay, good. Maybe this is a kindergarten. Vielleicht das ist ein Kindergarten, ist es nicht? Ich glaube hier, wir können kein Kaffee trinken. Everywhere there are plane spotters. All these things are wonderful. And here is our Qatar beauty, but unfortunately she's not operational. However, if you don't have anything here done, I mean, and no, let me disagree about it. And soon I will finish the clip, okay? So, both questions. The 767-300 to buy or not to buy, and the rating of this among the top 3, top 5 airports at this time in flight CMTO, which is Osaka International Airport. Tower is, I mean, this is poor. What is there any renovation here? I mean, what is going on here? Do they have a renovation? Because this is poor, isn't it? The view is wonderful, of course. Okay, kudos. The view is wonderful. And by the way, you know, we can see also our Qatar beauty, but unfortunately we cannot fly with her. Here she is. Here is my baby Qatar beauty, but unfortunately we cannot fly with this one because Captain Sim decided to have a war with the Sim community. Don't buy this plane 767-300. If you want to buy something, let's say, definitely this shouldn't be priority, what to say. Buy the 777-300. So the tower is inadequate, and also there is no airport. I mean, there is not a single place. It is just a, how to say this word, observatorium, something. There is nothing, there is no terminal, there is nothing, okay. Millions of cars here. I'm not impressed by the roads. I mean, I'm not impressed by all these roads. I'm not impressed by these cars. But definitely, yeah. This is what I will examine, the tower. Here there is nothing. Anyhow, let us not insist, and everywhere there is nothing. Prove me wrong. And also I'm very glad because this little, tiny, sweet, comfortable add-on that I suggested you, here works just excellent. You remember about the liveries. So simple and so wonderful. We got rid of most of Asobos planes. All the major companies in Europe, Air France and British Airways and SAS and so many others. Lufthansa, excuse me, please. Bitte Entschuldigung, ich habe Lufthansa vergessen. Aber wir fliegen mit Lufthansa, ist es nicht? 3 is more than enough for Osaka International. 3 is more than enough, and maybe we will return, because I was thinking about some aerobatics to have here. You know, if for instance all those plane spotters here, they will see something coming extremely close, maybe they will be maybe they will be very excited, very thrilled. So ladies and gentlemen, I think this is all for now. Thank you for watching this clip and hope to see you soon to the next one. You take care. Bye for now.